am the Super Pro Todd Black, and welcome to another edition of the AEW Report. And this time around, and going around in the future, I will be breaking down the highlights of Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. Should there actually be highlights? And it's like there is, because we just had the almost entirety of the AEW Grand Slam World Championship tournament. Yes, another tournament, because it's AEW. What do you want? They like tournaments. I mean, I don't mind it at times. They need to do better with their brackets, but I don't care for now, because we honestly did have some really good matches, not the least of which was the collision matches between Roderick Strong and Darby Allin and Penta El Cerro Miedo and Samoa Joe. And now, next week on Dynamite, we're going to have Roderick Strong versus Samoa Joe to see who faces MJF at Grand Slam. Now, to be honest with you, I am not sure who's going to win, because remember, Joe beat Roddy in the Owen Hart tournament, and that's what caused his neck issue. And it started the schism between him and Adam. But there's a twist here in that whoever loses could face MJF at Wrestle Dream, which is on October 1st. So this could go either way. It just depends on how TK wants to build both Grand Slam, which remember is a Dynamite show, and then Wrestle Dream, which is a pay-per-view. So there's options. Also, a big thing from Collision, two big things from Collision, is the return of Jade Cargill. Yes, Jade is back for the first time since Double or Nothing, when she lost the title to Chris Statlander. And, wait for it, she's coming back for Chris Statlander. And I've already seen comments about why is Jade going after Chris when she could go after the main title. Look at what happened to Double or Nothing. She beat Taya Valkyrie clean, finally, and then she had another open challenge. Actually, no, it was Mark Sterling who did the open challenge, and Jade just went along with it. And then Chris came out. She wasn't expecting Chris to come out, and she can easily argue, "Hey, I wasn't ready that time. I already had a match. You beat me at my weakness. Now beat me at my strongest." That's the story. And just being honest here, this is a feud that could be really good if they play it well. All right, because as much as I love Statlander, and she's easily one of the best in the division, her title matches have not been the best. Not in terms of her fault, of course, but just timing wise, they barely given any time with it, including on Wednesday when they gave her a 4-minute match against Emi Sakura. Emi's a queen. Give the queen some respect, dang it. I mean, WWE gives their queen too much respect. AEW's not giving enough. Come on! So, if this works out, like many of us hope, this could be good. If not, well, yeah, I feel bad for the women's division. I really do. And at least to the other big announcement from Collision, ladies and gentlemen, which is we have the first match of Wrestle Dream officially announced, which is going to be Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. Now, for those who don't remember, the original Forbidden Door pay-per-view, which I was at, was supposed to have Bryan versus Zack, but due to the events of Anarchy in the Arena, the first one, Bryan was hurt, and so that's when they brought in Claudio for a very good match, and that was his debut match in AEW. And so yeah, it worked out. But we've been wanting Bryan versus Zack ever since, and as Zack recently noted in a New Japan video, it was Bryan who helped accelerate the career of Zack Sabre Jr. in 2008. But now, 15 years later, they're going to have the longer-awaited rematch, and this could be a wrestling clinic. Like, I know Bryan versus Okada was a dream match, and it was cut short because of this thing called a broken arm. But this could be way better than that, just for the technical wrestling aspect of it. If TK lets him cook, which he should, this is going to be good. And also, you might have heard a thing about Bryan Danielson potentially retiring within a year because he made a promise to his little girl. First of all, respect. We've seen too many stories of wrestlers not caring about their families and wrestling until they sometimes die or till they really shouldn't wrestle anymore. Bryan is not going to be that guy, and I'm glad. But there's no doubt that this honestly will be a huge blow to AEW should he maintain it. And there are plenty of reports, including one by Sports Illustrated that you might have seen by now, highlighting how this is indeed real. This is a shoot. Okay, it's not fake. It's not a work. TK even said to his father, Shad Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, that should anything ever happen to TK, give the entire brand to Bryan Danielson. That's faith, ladies and gentlemen. And a great boss. And a smart boss, okay? Yeah, trust the dude who's literally given his life to wrestling in the best possible way. And next week has a pretty stacked card, including the finals of the tournament between Roderick Strong versus Samoa Joe. We got Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage. Brian Cage doesn't get the respect he deserves, okay? Like, I've been a Brian Cage fan since Lucha Underground. Shout out to all the luchadors on Collision this week. Lots of Lucha Underground reps. Yes, that was Drago with a really weird name now, but yeah, Drago Aerostar. Oh yeah, and how about that CJ Perry promo? Hmm. Hmm. But yes, AEW is cooking. I look forward to seeing what they do as we build up to both Grand Slam. Oh yeah, sorry, one more thing. Grand Slam has also confirmed another match, which is going to be Claudio Castagnoli versus Eddie Kingston for the Ring of Honor World Title and the New Japan Strong Never Open Weight Championship. Title versus title match. Oh yeah, like both titles are on the line, so this is gonna be good. And maybe, just maybe, Eddie's finally going to win. Finally going to win the world title. So, with that, AEW is cooking. There's a lot to look forward to in the next month alone. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why AEW is the home of professional wrestling and is the best wrestling promotion in North America and possibly the world. And you might say, but Todd, isn't there other wrestling I can watch? Is there though?